We're live. We're live. We're live.
This is a really different time of the year. It happens every year. Now that the NFL season is over, men find and women find they have a lot more free time and they have less things to distract them. Right now, college basketball is too early to be interesting. The NBA is too early to be interesting. It's still the first half of the season. They have the All-Star game this weekend. That might be something, but there's really no real competitive, interesting sports until the middle of March. So
there's really no real interesting competitive sports. That would be the only thing that you would do with this available time that is now left over as a result of football season being over.
No. That's the discussion today. Now that it's over.
That's the discussion.
Now what? What can we do to fill that time?
Now that football season is over, what do you do?
Yeah, I probably should pour back more into my wife. Maybe go thrifting, maybe more.
For what?
Just to do stuff together.
That's what you presume that I want to do together?
I like to do it.
Oh my goodness. Maybe you need to reintroduce yourself.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hope. Oh, H to the Izzo.
Hey, Uzama. Hey, Miss Phyllis. Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
She
How you
says,
doing?
Grand Rising to my favorite, awesome, beautiful family. Uzama said the unrivaled one-on-one has been great to watch. Super competitive.
What's that? The unrivaled one-on-one. I don't even know what that is.
Was that the Super Bowl?
No. It's something else. The unrivaled one-on-one has been great to watch. Super competitive.
Oh, okay.
I gotta look that up.
The finals are tomorrow night. So the finals for what?
The unrivaled one-on-one?
I don't know none of this. And so you just gave him another reason not to engage now that football season is over.
That's not what it is, baby. Be nice.
Yes, it is. No, I am being nice. I'm being nice and I'm being honest.
You're not being nice.
Football season is about what did I say about football season the last time? But football season is a widowmaker.
Yeah, I don't buy that either.
Football season are those 4 hours or 6 hours on Sunday. Amen. Oh, Uzama says new women's basketball happens.
I see. Tournament. Unrivaled one-on-one tournament. I see it now.
Well, there you go.
I can't see it. It's on Yahoo Sports. And I never heard of it.
I won't watch it. I'm glad that the women are coming up in their visibility. But
he's a big women's sports guy. He always has been. He loves to watch the WNBA and the women's college basketball. He always has.
TNT and True TV. Okay. Well, no, thank you. So what else now that football season is over?
Mm-hmm.
Now that football season is over, what new is going to happen in your life? Are you going to just allow those 6 hours to be consumed with something else?
You're going to take up another hobby? You're going to start studying more? You're going to pour more back into your business? Or what are you going to do? What you going to do? What you own do. I like what you own do. I liked, they said, especially what you own do. I liked our workshop we did last night, too.
They're playing head up one-on-one.
Uzama, at one time, I thought I was the best one-on-one ball player. And I used to wish for one-on-one tournaments because I thought I could beat anybody one-on-one. If they was too tall, I thought I would just go around them every time. If they was even close to my height, I would bully them and shoot over them. I thought my handles can get past anybody. I thought my quicks was faster than anybody. And I had a shot. Free throw line extended all the way around. If it's one-on-one, that's as far as I'm going to have to shoot from ever. And I was deadly from it. So I used to dream about one-on-one. In New York, we had this game called Knockouts. And it's basically one-on-one. Everybody's in the line. You play one-on-one to 1 point. And then if you score first, then the next person come up until you get knocked out. That's the game. But I used to love knockouts because I thought that I could beat anybody one-on-one. That's really what I thought.
Is that one of those Uncle Drew history lessons?
Yeah, like that. like that. Uncle Drew. Yes. I thought my game was that nice, from age 15 to 26. And 26, my whole life changed when I broke my knee. The whole life changed.
Oh.
I went from playing basketball daily to not being able to play at all.
So now that football season is over, do we then turn to basketball?
That will be the next. College basketball will be next. But in the middle of March Madness for the NCAA tournament. That's the next compelling thing in my world. But, I want to talk about this, but also I'm glad Uzama's here. No, Uzama don't want to talk about politics because I looked up CNN this morning and MSNBC this morning and Fox News this morning to see what the headlines were. So freaking depressing. Oh, it's so ugly. Everything that's going on is so ugly. So I feel you want to protect your peace by not engaging in that stuff.
Good morning, Coach Janine.
Coach Janine was awesome again last night.
Absolutely. And so there is something to be said about reclaiming your time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the most effective use of reclaiming your time is when it's intentional.
Okay.
When you don't just allow it to occur, and when you have a pointed thing to do, like you have some ideas of what you want to do.
I was going to say, if you're prepared, because every year I'm caught unawares, I'm caught off guard. I know the season is going to end. I know football, and if the Super Bowl is the end of it, and I'm always caught off guard. Like I even have this anxiety after football. Haven't happened yet, but I have anxiety on Sundays. Like I want to have a cigar and I want to watch football at the same time. What am I going to do? So I end up watching replays or YouTube greatest games or greatest games in Giants history, former Super Bowls, because I want to have a cigar on a Sunday and watch football. So that's my substitute, but it ain't the same as competitive right now. And plus, I know the outcomes of every one of those games.
Yeah, but that actually brings something else to point. That you don't want to fill the time with anything different. You want to fill the time with something the same.
Yeah, because I like that time.
Here's where we're going to get transparent.
Oh, God. No, not no transparency.
I have spent 10 years supporting you all the way up through football season and never infringing upon your football time.
Not infringing, but not always not complaining either.
I have never complained you away from a game.
Not away from it, but you did make some comments, snide stuff. But anyway, I'm bracing myself because she's about to kick my butt live on TV. For some reason, she's about to slam my brother down. Uzama, brace yourself. Here she go. After
football season is over, you don't think of how you might rekindle this long...
Let's reframe it. What would you like me to do post-football season?
Because I'll do some time with me.
I'll do whatever you want me to do. So post-football season, if you say the words, spend more time with me, Brian, I will do that. Mm-hmm. Absence of you stating what you want, I will just regress back to what I want. But if you make it clear what you want, I will do that.
Did I make it clear, guys?
Just now, for the first time.
In 10 years?
Mm-hmm. The crying baby gets fed. If you don't open your mouth.
You all heard him refer to my evidently having any opinion as a nag. A small
You
nag.
never heard that.
What did you just say?
I never said you nagged me.
What did you? I know, because I never nagged you.
Because you don't. You're not a nagger.
I'm not a nagger.
Nagger. Hate naggers.
Good morning, Shirley.
There was a classic South Park episode where the guy, Randy Marsh, is on Wheel of Fortune. And the category is people who annoy you. Now, the host is white, the contestant's white. People who you annoy. And on the screen, it's got N, blank space, GGERS. N, blank space, GGERS. And he goes, 3 seconds, Mr. Marsh. He goes, well, I know it, but I don't want to say it. He goes, 3 seconds, Mr. Marsh. And the cameraman is looking around, black camera's looking around. He goes, okay, this is for $30,000. Niggers. He goes,
You can't even say that.
wait. And he says, "Oh, I'm sorry. The word was naggers." Snagger. So for the rest of the episode, he was the N-word guy and all that kind of stuff. It was a hilarious episode. What would you have said? N space GGERS. For $30,000, you had to put something on it. But anyway, the word was actually naggers. And it's a hilarious episode. It even has Jesse Jackson letting him apologize to Jesse Jackson for saying the word. Jesse Jackson says, you want to apologize? Yes. You want to apologize? Okay, good. So Jesse Jackson drops his pants and drawers and says, okay, Mr. Marsh, kiss it.
This deflection was brought to you by the NAACP.
He says, you want me to do what? Kiss it.
And we're going to continue.
That's how you apologize. You have to kiss his butt. And he did, and they took pictures of it. It's a hilarious episode. Naggers. So you're not a nagger. Okay. So I can't stand naggers. I'm saying you're not one.
I know I'm not one. Dr. Deborah, thank you. She said you guys look really nice this morning. Well, thank you.
Lisa came out of the room with a black shirt on, so I had to go in my closet. What do I have that's black or feature black? I don't have a whole lot of black tops. So,
Janine,
yes, it is hilarious. It's hilarious.
Humor him.
It is hilarious. This shirt of mine, this shirt has been, I've worn this shirt in a few workshops that I've given. I even got some pictures when I was doing a workshop wearing this shirt, and I thought I looked good in it too. Dr. Deborah, doing my workshop in this shirt here. But now the shirt has shrunk some. Okay.
So now that football season is over.
Get it off your chest, baby. Go ahead.
No, we are talking. I want to hear from you guys.
No,
I already tried, but you deflected all the way over to South Park 1997.
Probably.
So I think that it is important to take this time. I would like to think that it would be important to take this time to reintroduce ourselves to one another.
Okay, let's do that. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is... Today's topic is, we've called it now that football season is over, but now it's seeming to shape morphing into with your time, with your free time.
What did you think it was going to say? Now the football season is over, go find some more football somewhere else. Now the football season is over, switch it to basketball. Now the football season is over, go to hockey. Now the football season is over. Continue to isolate yourself as much as you could.
Oh my gosh, here we go. This is not isolating myself. I don't leave the house.
No, you don't.
Okay, I'm home. Okay. And I want you to appreciate the withdrawal that I have to go through. You're taking away my drug, not you, the season did, because I got accustomed to that fix.
You're right.
Okay, so
I don't really mind you having football.
It's some withdrawal.
I don't have any problem with you having football. Sometimes the amount of football is a bit untenable.
Do we have to open the door for lady?
No, she's here at 10.
Okay.
Sometimes the amount of football is a bit all-consuming, but even in that, I usually will find something else to do with my time or whatever. And I think for me, what I'm expressing right now is good morning, William Brown, is not the not my frustration with football. It is quite possibly and quite vulnerably the fact that now that football is over, there was no immediate thought that now what can I do with my wife? Yeah,
it was. And I can see how that's your frustration. Today is actually the 13th of February. And I can see how that immediacy. What say you? Because tomorrow is the 14th of February. And this upcoming weekend is traditionally, tomorrow's the 14th of February on a Friday. And this weekend here is Valentine's weekend. Does Valentine's weekend move you? How do you feel about Valentine's weekend, sweetheart? Dare you share it?
I don't care nothing about Valentine's Day or St. Valentine's Day when I feel appreciated or acknowledged all the time, which I typically do. However, even to use this point, right after football season, there has been a pretty long season where I have had to maintain my own energy.
Okay, but now you don't have to do that.
Right.
Because now you finally have expressed that you want the time. And you can get it. You can get anything you ask for. You can get it. William Brown, how do you feel about this, man? Post-football season, because you've been married for 35 years, I think, 35, 36 years, something like that. What say you? Does Valentine's Day move you at all, Miss Phyllis? Dr. Deborah, how do you feel about it? Sister Janine, does it make a difference to you, or does it feel like you want to do something special to commemorate it? This is Valentine's weekend, post-NFL season. Just so seems like it happened funny this year. Because when you have Valentine's on a Friday or a Saturday, it seems like you have more pressure to do stuff. You're supposed to go out on Valentine's because it's on a weekend.
I don't want to do that because everything is Valentined up and crowded up.
Valentined up, which means so expensive and crowded because they're feeling pressure.
Just like Mother's Day weekend. I don't. That is
some of the worst experience I ever had was Mother's Day Sunday going out to dinner.
Trying to
go out to dinner. I still shudder thinking about some of those horror stories because you want to take the mom out. You want to do that, but so does everyone else. So just like the way our world is aligned right now, we don't drive very often in rush hour traffic.
No.
We don't have to, and we don't want to, because there's some people that have to do it. So from 7 a.m. till 10 a.m., we're not on the road most of the time. Or from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., we're not on the road most of the time because we don't want to be in rush hour traffic. Just like so we don't want to be in rush Valentine's traffic either.
No, thank you, Valentine's Day traffic. That is not the look.
But this also brings into place another thing, too. My wife's frustration this morning, for where I can perceive it, is I didn't immediately apply that time to how can I pour more into my wife, which means that was my perception of her frustration. That means also, where am I going with this? Attention, time, love language, attention, time. We can do more with that.
Janine says, I do experience Valentine's Day every day, LOL. So for me, it's more economic and push people to spend more. Absolutely.
Interesting. She experiences Valentine's Day every day with a heart symbol, with love. Does that mean because of he, or something that he's doing that helps you experience Valentine's Day every day? Interesting to me. So for me, it's just it's more economic and push people to spend more. It is Valentine's Day. It's a made-up holiday to sell flowers and candy. That's what it's for. Made-up holiday. Pressuring you. You know, if you show up, if you don't bring the flowers, oh God, I got horror stories.
Amen.
So it's not going to be the same in my house because I can't send you flowers to your job so that your coworkers can see it. I knew about Jan Metzalker.
Yes.
I won a contest in the 11th grade because they had this picture contest in Black History Month where they had all of these pictures of these black faces all around the room. And who's going to be the first person to memorize every one of their faces, recognize them, and say something about every one of them. And I won because I studied them. I studied what they did. And one of my gifts is I'm able to retain information pretty good. So I went around the room. I don't know, it's probably 50 of them. I could recognize their face and tell what they did. Boom, 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 boom. And near the end, I was so cocky, with it because I knew. I was starting to just say it with confidence. Oh, that's Jan Metzger. He invented the machine that started lacing shoes or to build shoes that way. I knew all about that stuff. I was just boom, 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 boom. And I got to the end, I was so casual, and I won because I had prepared.
Dr. Deborah says, it doesn't really move me, but I am buying my mom one of those over-decorated hearts with chocolate in it. So are we.
So, really?
Absolutely.
What for? Anyway.
Because.
Okay. So, wait. She says, it doesn't really move me. Okay. But she's buying her mom one of those over-decorated hearts with chocolate candy in it. Okay.
Yes. I think it's important to give to your mother.
So Dr. Deborah, if some gentleman called you and asked you, would you be my Valentine? How you going? I told you this story before. For years before we met, I was the de facto Valentine for a few people. And these are people I didn't even meet, but they were able to say on Facebook that Brian's my Valentine. I never met him. I said, sure, go ahead. It's cool. Can I say that you're my Valentine? Sure, you can say it.
Hey, man, Janine said, yes, he is showing it to me every day for sure.
That's
Absolutely. Beautiful. That is beautiful.
And I'm so grateful that you feel comfortable enough to share that. Yes, he's showing it to her every day. Good job, homie. Good job, homie. I saw a comic, and we're going to do some Black History today, too. I saw a cartoon the other day where this woman was angry at her husband because he just assumed that because they were married, that she's going to be his Valentine. And he didn't even ask her. And she was angry for him for not asking her to be her Valentine just because they're married. Now, how do you take that?
They were going for funny.
They were going for funny. Okay. All right. They were going for funny because it was ridiculous for her to be angry because her husband didn't ask her to be his Valentine. He asked her to be his Valentine when he proposed marriage to her.
Yeah. So I believe that they were going for funny. However, if she was angry, then I felt like she was reflecting that she's feeling taken for granted.
Interesting point.
Good morning, Sheila.
No, not Sheila. Sheila don't need to be here for this conversation because she's going to have Lisa's back.
There's no back to be had.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You and Sheila. Goodness gracious. Y'all always gang up on me.
William Brown says, after 34 years of marriage and 37 years together, I have learned not to overdo it. Okay. It just highlights the imbalance throughout the year. I acknowledge it and my love and appreciation for our relationship. As for football season ending, I have to balance the Lifetime movie season.
That never ends. Shaking my head. That was wonderfully insightful. I love the part William Brown put about I have learned to not overdo it because that highlights the imbalance throughout the year. When you overdo it, now the football season, I'm going to really, really pour into it and all that. That highlights the imbalance throughout the year. I love that. Thank you. That
not
was one
football season. Valentine's.
If you overdo it, it's still either one. It still highlights the imbalance. I love it very much. Today's topic was now that football season is over. But now we have morphed into a mistake Brian I made. It has, because my initial thought that now that football season is over was what to do to replace football instead of now I have more time to pour into my wife.
Or reconnect
with my wife. I thought we were very connected because we connect every day.
You think we connect every day?
I think. Now she's saying I think, not you.
I'm not being confrontational, and I refuse to be pulled into a confrontation. I am simply saying that there are so many moving parts these days.
Yeah.
That the connection that we have more often than not is here.
And business.
Well, we don't even get to connect on business as a whole. We get to connect on some elements of business, but we used to really feel like this all the time.
Okay.
Like there's his, yours, his, yours, his, hers, however you want to put it. Okay. And then we would keep that cog moving that way. But now it's like they're different. There's a lot going on that we have to do separately, and sometimes we don't have the opportunity to come together as often as necessary.
Well, that's true, because we do have some whole days where you have to work completely separate from me, and I have to work completely separate from you, and that seems to happen a little bit more now.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
Thank you, William Brown. And Sheila got and will.
And did. And do.
Good morning, Antonobi. Now that football season is over, those of you in couplehood, Okay, y'all can reintroduce or reacquaint and all that stuff. Thank you, Sister Coach Janine, for your contribution for this thought as well, and Dr. Deborah as well.
Yes.
Sister Sheila, Sister Antonobi, does Valentine's Day move you at all? I really liked the responses we got on that.
Valentine's Day?
Does it move you at all, Sheila? Does it move you at all, Antonobi?
I like to give on Valentine's Day, but I think I like to give on every kind of day, okay, which I think is what ends up reflecting a feeling of emptiness, because I don't feel very comfortable receiving. However, I realize that I
feel very comfortable receiving. I don't like the holiday personally, okay? But because Valentine's, because of the pressure associated with it, societal norms, you're supposed to take her out on Valentine's Day.
We already acknowledge that is not something. That is not. I would rather even stay at home and cook my own meal, and we just have it together.
Lisa likes her cooking over and above most things anybody else makes. Like, she prefers her own steaks to any restaurant's steaks. I'm talking about Longhorn, any of them.
Especially.
She likes her own steaks more.
Absolutely.
Good morning, Shirley. How you doing?
Shirley says, Valentine's Day does not move me. Each year it gets more expensive.
Isn't that interesting? Each year it gets more expensive. That tells me that she's noticing Valentine's Day equals expenses.
Money, absolutely.
That's what it equals. Okay.
Absolutely. William Brown says, I'm learning from working with my wife. There's a difference between connecting and talking with each other. We talk every day, but have to work hard to connect because we have extremely different recharging styles.
Boom. You need a sound effect for that. That was brilliant, William. Thank you. And it's likely that you're going to have different recharging styles, just like you and I. Is it fair to say that we have different recharging styles?
We had different recharging styles.
But not now?
No, I think they're beginning to morph. I prefer some alone time at the end of the day, which I did not before.
Because you had to learn to prefer alone, because your husband's going to go downstairs and position you where you have to be alone, because he's going to have a cigar.
And now I don't want you in my space when I'm having my alone time.
That's Dr. Deborah's fault, actually.
That is not Dr.
That's Dr. Deborah's fault that she don't want me in her space when she wants her alone time. I'm blaming Dr. Deborah because she told us the story of one, because her husband used to watch the news a lot in the evenings. And she had a certain time that she knew that he was going to be downstairs and come up, similar to you. And there was a time where he came up much earlier than he normally did. And she goes, whoa, you up here too early. And she told us that story. And I remember the story. And you remember the story too.
I remember the story, but that doesn't change the fact that it's also the way I feel. Sheila says, not one bit. I enjoy allowing the lovers to have quiet time, or a day or two or a day on the town. I keep the grandkids. That's very nice. She says, because of the storms in Africa, the dark chocolate costs went way up.
So the chocolate's going to be more expensive this year. You're so funny, Brian, because you know it's going to be more expensive. Shirley DeJeanette highlighted it. That's true. It's going to be more expensive for chocolate this year. I like Valentine's chocolate after Valentine has passed, when they have the 50% off sales. They might not even have that this year.
The Valentine's chocolate, the trick-or-treat chocolate.
After the holiday, not before. But, see, even that right there.
The Easter chocolate.
Why is it so much less expensive after Easter and Mother's Day and Valentine's Day? It's because we have pressure to buy it beforehand. So because we have societal pressure to buy it before Valentine, you got to get those flowers before Valentine. Did you notice how much less expensive flowers are after Valentine's Day? Because they have pressure to buy it so they can raise the prices, because he's got to come home with those flowers so they can raise the prices on them. They saw you coming. you succumbed to the societal pressure.
Hey, Kevin Robinson, is that Chef Kev 704? Or is that someone else?
If that is, because we hadn't spoken to him in a long time.
How you doing?
Good morning, sir. How you doing? Good morning, sir. How you doing? So we're talking about after football season, but now it has morphed into our time and how we show appreciation. And I still like the question, does Valentine's Day move you? Because we're here now.
Hey, it's Chef Kev 704. What's good? What's good?
And I remember we had a power outage here in Charlotte one year. This is one of my favorite stories of you, sir.
Amen. No, not Chef Rev. No. Chef Kev. Don't Chef even Kev. Get it.
No, that's two.
Now we got two. We got Chef Rev and Chef Kev on the feed.
There was a power outage, especially in a senior facility, and Kevin Robinson went to work.
That's right.
He started calling people that he knew were civic minded. He called up Lisa, and Lisa and I, we jumped in our car. We loaded up with some stuff and some supplies.
He said, bring whatever you got in the freezer that we
That's
can
what he said.
Cook.
Bring whatever you got in the freezer. And we did. And we told our friends too.
And we collected from our neighborhood and we took care of that senior community. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That was a wonderful demonstration of people raising. I mean, and it didn't even take that much. He just made the call.
Just one.
And everybody descended. We all descended to help out. And the seniors were so warm and happy about that. But it happened because Kevin had a thought.
Absolutely.
He had a thought.
Absolutely. William Brown says, the side effect of working with seniors, we don't buy candy and chocolate anymore. Hold on. Somebody's grandma is always giving us candy. We have way too much candy in our apartment.
I can believe that.
That's right.
But I believe there's so many ancillary benefits of you working with those people, William Brown. The wisdom that you gained just walking through the day.
Absolutely. Kevin, that's right. We fed the whole community with your clarion call.
Yep.
And it was
made the call.
It was fantastic. Dr. Deborah says, on the marketing and sales side, what a great tactic. Yes, Valentine's Day is a great tactic.
The pressure.
Absolutely. There are actually I have a couple of clients that leverage their businesses by events on the calendar.
And you know what? You should. But not only events on the calendar, but also topical events.
That's what I'm saying. She takes what typically might be atopical events and celebrates them and blows them.
Well, I'm gonna say this: if you haven't made any posts that have a picture of Kendrick Lamar or Serena Williams right now, you got to go ahead and do it, because all the great speakers I know are doing it. They're not even saying anything really, but they just got to have that to get the attention. And that's what we're vying for. I got to do it. I haven't done it yet either. I got to post something with a picture of Kendrick or Serena.
Antonobi said, am I being selfish? It doesn't move me either. It used to, but I don't have a significant other. Now, when my father was alive, I felt love because of the gifts and food. But now I treat the day like any other day.
Interesting.
Good morning, Priscilla.
Lady Ann, I love your perspective on this too. Two things, Lady Ann. Now that football season is over, but the other thing is, does Valentine's Day move you? You know, the time that's freed up, because I think her husband likes football too, and maybe she does as well. But now that you have free time, football season just ended, and now Valentine's is here right now. Does the Valentine's Day move you? What do you expect? Do you feel the pressure to do stuff before Valentine's or on Valentine's? I got to do it, because just like Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, was invented by the Corona Corporation to sell beer. It's not a real day, okay? They invented it to sell beer.
What about Taco Tuesday?
Taco Tuesday was an invention, okay, to sell tacos, okay? It's Taco Tuesday. How much fun is that to say?
Taco Tuesday. Well, it actually made it easier for me to embrace. I don't really like tacos, but when I was doing my dinner calendar, it was easier to say, okay, Monday we'll have this, Tuesday we'll have tacos.
I'm gonna move for tacos today. Well, let's do it.
I don't. Today is Thursday, and it's not tacos.
Lisa, kill me with that. It's Thursday. You can't eat tacos because it's Thursday?
You can eat them.
Ugh.
I don't force myself to eat them, except that if it's Tuesday. I don't like tacos.
Chef Rev, George Johnson says no, no, and no. So he's saying no, Valentine's Day doesn't move him, I think. And no to something else. The pressure, do you feel pressure to do stuff on Valentine's Day? Now, he is very intentional about celebrating his wife in marriage
all the time.
Regularly, yes.
Sheila said, I always pour into children on Valentine's Day. They need love more than ever. Absolutely.
I love that, actually. You know, I love that. Thank you, Sister Sheila. What is Priscilla saying?
She says he loves football. He will go to another sport. Valentine's used to move me in my younger years. Now I'm fine either way.
Okay.
Oh, happy birthday,
Happy
Chef
birthday
Rev.
to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Let me say this here.
Yeah.
The Stevie Wonder version of Happy Birthday
is the official version.
That's the only one I want. I can't stand it. I can't stand the sad happy birthday
Why?
to you. I can't stand it, especially at a black person's home. Oh, it drives me nuts. Don't sing that no more.
Happy
Let that song go.
From Shirley to Chef Rev. Happy birthday from Priscilla to Chef Rev.
Don't sing
We
that sad. Do the
love
Stevie
you.
Wonder version.
That's right.
Happy birthday with a bounce. That's the only. Well, you know, we went to one of Josh Small's event, a poetry event, and they was playing all of these different birthday variations. Remember that?
Yes, I remember.
There were like 10 different birthday songs.
That's right, Sheila.
That
it's
I
like
didn't
a
know.
funeral song.
It
Even in
is.
Spanish, it sounds a little funeralific.
What?
A little funeral.
Even in Spanish?
Yeah. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz
I can't stand it.
cumpleaños a ti.
Georgia likes the gospel version. I probably would too, but I want to hear it. But I love the Stevie Wonder version. So I'm not going to handle it well. If you invite me to a birthday party, I start singing Happy Birthday. No.
Dr. Deborah says, I sent Joy Elizabeth, my granddaughter, a Valentine's box. She is my Valentine.
Amen. Love it.
Sheila also likes the gospel version. Y'all gonna have to let us know what it sounds like.
You gotta find the gospel version
the
of Happy Birthday.
version.
If anybody can find the clip or record it and send it, that'd be amazing.
I am going to recreate, because you're right, the chocolate boxes are a lot more expensive, but I am going to recreate a gift in a gift. What is that Russian doll?
The Russian yes, with gifts inside a gift. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to recreate that with boxes and chocolate and fun size chocolates for my mother-in-law.
Well, you know what my mother-in-law loves.
Yeah.
My mom loves Reese's cups.
She loves a lot of things, but she loves
Reese's cups messes her up. Whatever gift you give her, it's gotta have some Reese's on it.
Yes, it will.
I learned that's her secret right here. That's her kryptonite. Would you do this? I'll give you Reese's cup. Oh. My mom was moved by Reese's cup. I gotta hear that gospel version.
I know, right?
But are we in consensus that we're going to retire the sad happy birthday?
The sappy birthday.
Sappy birthday song? I can't stand it. I cannot stand it.
I don't even want to hear it. Even when kids are getting their first birthday, I don't think it should be. I think they need to say, what's that? By the time they're 7 years old and somebody says the old sad happy birthday.
Right.
Go,
stop teaching our kids that nonsense. Is that? You know, I used to think, why is traditional classical music considered classical music? The old Manhattans, why is that not considered classical music? The old Commodores, it's just as good as that Beethoven stuff to me. What you doing?
I was trying to see what's on your cup.
I'm messing with my coffee cup.
Mm-hmm. I apologize.
Yes,
but happy birthday to you, Chef Rev. And thank you for tuning in, Chef Kev 704. We appreciate it.
Man, I want to shake your hand again, man.
I still have his phone number. I called him about last year sometime, the middle of last year. And I was surprised to find out all of the different things that he's doing these days.
Speaking of which, that's one of the things that endeared me to my wife early when I met her. Because when I first met my wife, I was very, very civic. I still am. Okay. But I found a woman that was equally as civic. When I say as civic, that means we want to help out our community. We want to serve the homeless. We want to go visit this. We want to do that. We want to do whatever we could do. So when I saw that Lisa was equally as civic, I was like, oh, she's not just looks. She's civic like I'm civic. That's great. So that's one of the things. It was several things, but that was one of the things that endeared me to her.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, you should be.
I am.
You know, with all of this.
Oh, that's what.
You can't have any of this now.
Oh my goodness.
I haven't had breakfast. That's what it is. Since we're talking about this food, I've gotten hungry.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna go ahead and do our Black History introduction for the day. We missed it at the 9:30 mark, but I want to talk to you today about Granville T. Woods.
Oh, prolific inventor.
He
Traffic light.
Invented the multiplex telegraph.
Mm-hmm.
This device allowed train operators to communicate with each other.
Awesome.
It also helped them to avoid collisions
and
other dangers on the tracks. Woods made the railway safer. He has nearly 60 patents to his name, and he revolutionized the railroad industry. Woods was introduced into the National Inventors Hall of Fame in 2006. Now, he was born in 1856 in Columbus, Ohio, to a Native American mother and African American father. As a young man, he worked as a railroad worker and engineer. Prior to his invention, train collisions were common occurrences and a huge problem. As an engineer, Woods constantly tried to figure out new ways to improve the industry. He held 60 other patents through his lifetime. Many of the inventions were for electric railways. The third rail, which we know about in New York. Mm-hmm. That's almost what we're taught about when we learn how to ride the train. The third rail,
we're going to climb up there,
which uses electricity to pull trains forward, was another one of his inventions that was still widely used today. His most noted invention was the trolley, a metal grooved wheel that allowed streetcars to collect electric power from overhead wires. He also improved the automatic air brakes used on railroad cars, and in 1884 he invented the advanced telephone transmitter. It was an advancement of Alexander Graham Bell's famous telephone invention.
Yes,
this is awesome.
Yes, he did.
Granville Woods, 1856 to 1910, but he wasn't recognized until 2006. Please know that delayed is not denied.
Thank you. And I was a big fan of him. I thought he invented one other thing. Thank you, George Allen, for sending it to me. And we know this song, baby. The gospel one, we know it too. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. We've been at parties when they've done that before.
I haven't thought about it, but
I have. That's the gospel. I like that too.
I like that version. Dr. Beverly says, why do we only invest in our history so deep in February? This empowerment show is my Black history every day.
Amen. Thank you, Dr. Beverly.
Amen. We do, and we want to be more deliberate and more intentional. I'm grateful that Brother Michael A. Carson has done so much research to allow us to very easily and readily identify some Black history
and
nuggets
show us
to bring
too,
forth.
Please.
Then the other book, Today in African American History, is 365 days, which will continue to even flip throughout the year so that we can continue to have African American history every day.
I'm so proud of Michael and his son's work putting those two books together. And I'm so happy that we've had him on here as guest before. We did. He was a guest. He was a great guest too. Dr. Beverly, thank you for that shout out saying that this is her Black history every day. Dr. Beverly, even a lot of times, the topic that we decide on that day is would Dr. Beverly want to talk about this? Because you like our historian. You have an important role, Dr. Beverly. I thought about you today when I came up with the topic. Okay, would Dr. Beverly want to talk about this?
Mm-hmm. So on this day in history, February the 13th, in 1863, Robert E. Smalls of Charleston, South Carolina, became the first and only African American to be commissioned as a captain in the U.S. Navy during the Civil War. In 1875, he was also elected a member of the House of Representatives from South Carolina's 5th District. I'm going to come up a little more to the current.
One more.
And that's the professional basketball team, the Renaissance,
Harlem Renaissance,
was organized in Harlem, New York in 1923.
All black team.
All of the players on the team were African American, and during one of the most dominant basketball teams in history. During 1932-33 regular season, they had a record of 120-8.
Yeah.
Which included an 88-game consecutive winning streak. In 1939, they won their first professional basketball championship when they beat Oshkosh All-Stars at the professional basketball tournament in Chicago, Illinois.
Those basketball teams used to be what they call barnstormers. They would just go from town to town and all that kind of stuff. But the Harlem Wrens, they were an excellent team. But sports in this country has a really interesting history.
That was February 13th in history.
Thank you, baby. Well, sports in this country has a really unique history because there was a time where they would add and take away black athletes in our country's history. Like for a season, they let black people fight for the heavyweight championship, like around the turn of the century. You know, Jack Johnson. But after Jack Johnson, no more black people got a chance to be heavyweight champion for a long time, like 40, 50 years. Early, they might let some black people play football. Then they take it away. Baseball didn't even let them in until 1947. So that's why records before 1947 to me, 1950 to me, in baseball are ridiculous because Babe Ruth played when they didn't let any black people play. Okay, so he can't be the greatest player because he didn't play against any black people and didn't have no nighttime games. You know, so that kind of stuff is ridiculous to me.
Absolutely. William Brown says, thank you for sharing this Black History update. It bothers me when every time I hear about a significant contribution to our country and our lives, the questions that always come up for me are, why do I not know this?
Because they did not teach it.
Why do I not know this? Absolutely. Dr. Beverly says, you know me, big brother. I can talk and learn about any subject. I'm sure I will use what I've learned throughout the day.
Amen.
Amen. And Dr. Deborah, I got you. She says, where can I get these books? Would like to have them for Joy Elizabeth to have them in her library.
Love that you keep mentioning Joy Elizabeth's name because
absolutely,
we have affection for Joy Elizabeth because we got to learn her through you. We got to do our greeting jams.
Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and do that. That's right, George Allen. He said, because Black people dominate in every aspect.
With given opportunity.
Absolutely.
Given opportunity.
So both of these books are by Michael A. Carson, and they are available on Amazon. But I would like, because you are coming to Charlotte, North Carolina,
we have some
in
here.
March,
right.
Dr. Deborah, I would like to gift you one of each to take to or mail to Joy Elizabeth. So if you need them before that, I can send them to you, but they're rather heavy. Otherwise, you can just take them when you come, and we will make sure that she has them.
And I'm excited that we even have them to give. It's 9:48. It's time for us to almost get out of here, but we haven't done our greeting songs and our greeting logos. And I want to do that today. So let's go to the top. Greeting songs and greeting logos are our way of saying thank you for our consistent contributors. Up first is Uzama Raw. He's
the Bitcoin King. He's the Bitcoin King.
Uzama.
Bitcoin King. He's the Bitcoin King.
Uzama. Doing the greeting songs is important because a couple of people have told us sometimes they come just to hear their own song.
Absolutely.
So we want to give it to them. Like Miss Phyllis has a logo. Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
So clear the way.
Miss Phyllis
is here.
Miss Phyllis.
Now we can all have a great day. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Dr. Beverly has a logo. Dr.
Beverly is on the show.
Let me try that again.
Ah!
Dr. Beverly is on the show. It all got caught up. Good morning, Dr. Beverly, and good morning to you and the rest of your crew.
Hey, Carriette, what's good? What's good? What's
Is that
good?
our Carriette from Exhort?
Absolutely.
What's up, home girl?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Janine Bunzigwe, you deserve a greeting song. Help us find something that we can put your name in. Shirley DeJohnette, Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Shirley DeJohnette, Wyatt will rock you, rock you. If you listen to this, that seems fun. I want me a song too. You can get one. All you gotta do is be a consistent contributor. Like I thought I saw George. Let's do his George now. Like George Allen. He's a consistent contributor. You know, you don't have to do it every day, but regularly enough, because he's got a jam too. His jam goes, why must I cook like that? Why not hire Chef Rev?
He was a good food in me.
Not. Mr. William Brown's got a song too.
Absolutely. Did we do Miss Phyllis?
Yes, the first one we did. Uzama was first, Miss Phyllis was second.
Yeah.
But William Brown has a song too, and it goes, good morning to our friend Will.
Nobody thinks like him still.
We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Will. Good morning to our friend Will. Please go.
Dr. Deborah, nonprofit strategist and funding coach.
Mm-hmm. That's Dr. Deborah in the hizzy. Sheila Gotha got a song too.
Sheila, storms are brewing in her eyes.
Oh, oh my gosh. This is one that we all can participate in. Put on your Nigerian voice. Sit up straight in your chair. Take a lot of air into your body and say, thank you, Atanobe.
That's right. That's right.
Anybody else?
Did we do Sheila's already?
You did Sheila.
We did Sheila. They just jump out of my head. Chef Kev 704 is just a shout out. We're gonna give him ooh.
Okay, because make the call. That works.
The clarion call.
That works.
I saw Miss Priscilla. I love my sister Priscilla. Ella. I love my sister Priscilla. Ella. Love it. We did Chef Rev in there already.
Yeah.
Brittany jumped in the room.
Is she saying
It's Brittany.
It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany Thomas. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany.
It's your time. It's your time. Yeah.
Last night I did a training for our group, Empowering Financial Professionals. And it was really, really good. But I was researching before because I want everyone to be more confident when we're done. And I didn't bring it up at all. But in my research yesterday, do you know how impactful it is, our physiology is to our confidence? If you just do this, sit up straight and bring your shoulders back and take in more air, just do that a few times a day or roll your shoulders, it makes you feel more confident. That little simple life hack. At least sit up straight sometime and do this. It'll make you feel more confident.
And putting on your makeup makes you feel more confident.
You know, she gets up early every morning just to do her makeup. She got to have her makeup. She's just like you and me, but
I'm not homeless. But so the makeup is not for glam. I mean, I don't put on a whole bunch, but it's so that I don't feel so tired. When I don't have makeup on and when I look like I am tired, I actually feel tired.
You can make yourself feel tired by slumping your shoulders. Sitting as if you're tired, you'll get tired. But if you sit like you have energy and roll your shoulders, just take your chest out. We're in the military to make us do it. Chest up, shoulders back. They make you stand like that for attention. Why? Because you come across as confident and you feel more energized. That's a quick, simple life hack.
You are. And we love you. And we know that you are out here getting ready to get it done. Give yourself a pat on the back. Move forward with confidence. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.